Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am here to basically do like an instructional video. I know I've gotten several questions as far as like how I use my oils and also how do I perform the candle rituals. So I wanted to go ahead and do a video to show you guys exactly how I do it. Disclaimer, I am not an expert as far as how to use these oils. I'm not saying that if you do it this way that you're gonna get results every single time. It's just a video as far as how I go about doing my rituals and using my oils. Also, I wanted to say that as you know, timing is everything. So, you may do a ritual or you may use an oil and you can be expecting, for it to happen right away. And sometimes that's not not the case. Basically, it's like you have to. Basically, not everything is microwavable when it comes to your spells or your rituals or your intentions, because sometimes spirit may see that you're not exactly ready for what you're asking for. So therefore, it may be put on pause, or it may take longer for it to come into fruition into your life, because you first have to be initially ready for what it is that you're asking for or what you're trying to manifest into your life. Also, I want to say that you can be, casting a spell or doing a ritual or using your oils, and you see that something, just does not happen for you. That can also be a sign that um, Spirit may not see that it's fit for you. It's you're wanting this, but we can't see, our future and in the long run of how some things that we may want now may be, you know, maybe turmoil in the future, basically. Like you could wish for somebody to come into your life, and somewhere down the line, this person can be the absolute worst person you've asked for, but yet you manifested this person into your life, and it comes to find out that, this person isn't who is meant to be with you. So basically, I just wanted to give those few disclaimers because, I've had stuff where I've tried to manifest something into my life where I've done it like 2, 3, 4 times, and spirit told me no. It was basically a flat out no. Like I didn't get what I wanted, and sometimes I got the complete opposite of what I was trying to get. So I just want to say to be careful with your manifestations, be careful with your thoughts. Always, keep in mind of the thoughts that you're thinking, because your thoughts can also speak reality into your life along with your tongue as well. So I just wanted to give that disclaimer initially before we get into it and stuff with these basically like different tips. I call it tips when you use your hoodoo oils, as well as performing any spells or rituals with your art of the root or any other hoodoo oil. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to talk about is using your oils. Okay, let's say you've gotten your oil, excuse me, and it's like, okay, I don't know exactly how I should put it on or where I should put it, basically, or even just how to use it. So this is what I do as far as, when I get my oils. When I put it on, let's see, I always put it on my wrist. So let's say I want to use some on my wrist. I tip it over, and I kind of made a mess. But basically, when I put it on my wrist, I rub towards me. Like if I'm trying to attract something to me, I rub the oil towards me. Well, I rub my wrist towards me, basically like an emotion towards myself. Because I don't know if this does anything, but subconsciously I'm thinking that, okay, by rubbing it towards me, I'm attracting it and I am bringing it my way, basically. Another thing that I do when I do have these oils is I place it not only on my wrist, but I place it behind my ears. I'll just put like just a basic drop or dab. Hopefully you guys can see that. Not really that much, but you know, you can put it behind your ears. I also like to put it behind my knees, basically in the area where where your legs bend at. I put it in that area. Sometimes I put it under the bottom of my feet because I want to walk into what I am trying to manifest into my life. And I also follow like some of the suggestions that are online where you can put it like in the bottom of your shoe. Basically, that also symbolizes walking into what you are trying to manifest or what you're trying to bring into your life. Basically, you're stepping into that. And another thing, also sometimes I like to put it in my hair. Basically, not a whole lot, but just the scent of like maybe just rubbing it through my hair like that, just so it can get good in there. Different things like that. Like if I really like the scent of the oil, I'll just put it in my hair basically. But one thing that I do want to mention, whenever you are putting the oil onto your body, you want to make sure that you are stating your intent while you're putting the oil onto your body. And you want to make sure that you are purposeful in your intent. You want to make sure that you have no doubts as far as when you state your intent. And you also want to make sure that you have confidence in yourself and in your intentions. And that goes with, putting the oil on as well as doing the candle rituals or any other type of ritual that you choose to do so. You just want to make sure that you are pure within your intentions and that you have goodwill as far as what you want to do. And another thing also, whenever I do my spells, rituals or whatever, I make sure that I do them like at dusk, basically like when it has become dark outside. I've heard that when you do it at dusk, basically that's when the spirits are most active. So I try to make sure that I do that you know, during the nighttime or sometime after 7, basically, when it's dark here. And another thing that I wanted to add too, when I put on my oils or even doing the rituals, I I make sure that I shower first. I like to I'm fumbling over my words, but basically I like to make sure that my body is clean so that I basically have like a fresh, not to say like a fresh start, but I'm fresh, I'm clean. So therefore when I do my rituals, I am working from a clean basis or a clean, I can't find the words, but basically making sure that I am clean because we pick up different energies throughout the day, and we could go somewhere and we bring it back, and when we sit down and we do our work or our manifestations, you never know that you might be carrying that energy into you and into your work. So it's very important that you just want to, be clean when you do your work. And another thing that I wanted to add too, if you are feeling like sad or down in any kind of way, I would suggest not doing like an attraction spell or ritual. And the reason why is because, if you are already sad or feeling down about something, there's a chance that your spell can bring you exactly what you're feeling because you're in that energy. You're basically in that down energy, that sad energy. So since you are protruding that energy, universe is going to bring that back to you. So you want to make sure that you're in good spirits, you have a clear mind, and that your intentions again are pure. So let's say we are getting ready to do our ritual or whatever, and this is how I go about as far as doing it. Um, Depending on what the ritual calls for, I usually like to use these little chime candles. They seem to work very well for me, but some people or some rituals call for like the votive candles, and that's what this looks like. And then you also have your taper candle. I know I like to use the taper candle for something like a success spell or ritual, something that's long term. I do like to use the taper candle for that. So let's say I am getting ready to to do a spell basically or whatever, the first thing that I will do, I always want to cleanse the energy of my tools and the candles, whatever I'm using. I like to cleanse the energy of that. So let's say, yeah, we'll just do this. Let's say I am, like I said, getting ready to do a spell. Sorry, y'all. Trying to bear with me. So first, what I'm gonna do, I use my Palo Santo stick, and this is very good for cleansing the energy, as well as, you know, just making things, basically getting rid of anything negative and stuff. Go ahead and light that. And as you can see, once you have a good smoke coming from it, what I do is, like, I like to rub it around my body. I like to bring the smoke into my face and my aura, basically, just to cleanse my energy. And then I also, after that, will take it and cleanse the tools that I'm using for the ritual that I'm doing. And let's say I was, you know, had to use a pen basically for one of them. I just go ahead and cleanse that area. And I go ahead and cleanse the area of where I'm going to be doing my ritual at. And it's like another thing that I like to do is I like to light 2 candles. I have 2 of these 7-day candles. Basically, I got these from the dollar store, so you can get them for only $1. If you do have a dollar store, I think dollar stores are pretty much everywhere, but if you do have a dollar store, you know, you can find these white candles for, you know, $1. So I like to go ahead and get those and stock up on those. But I do light each of those prior to doing my ritual. Another thing that I like to do also is either meditate or take a few deep breaths just to calm myself and to ground my energy, make sure that I don't have any type of flighty thoughts. Basically, I am focusing on whatever it is that I'm trying to manifest. I just put my complete energy, thoughts, and you know, doings into what I'm getting ready to do as far as when it comes to the ritual. And another note that I also do is I make sure that it's quiet. I like for it to be quiet so that I can have complete focus and concentration on what it is that I'm doing. So that's very important as well, because sometimes, you know, if it's in a loud place or you're in a loud area, you know, noise can be a distraction. So you don't want anything to distract you from what you are doing, because, you know, sometimes my son will come in and I'll tell him, go back to your room and close your door because I'm getting ready to do, you know, a ritual or whatever, and he understands that, and so therefore he's quiet. So if your family understands what you are trying to do, you know, and they're respectful of that, then, you know, that works basically. So let's say you've cleansed everything, you've meditated, you've grounded yourself, and now you're ready to do your candle ritual or whatever. And let's say you've written on your candle what it is that you're manifesting. Basically, you've written it out, you know, done everything you've done, and now it comes time to add the oil to your candle. And this is what I do with mine. Basically, I'll take it. I always shake the oil prior to using it. You always want to make sure that you shake it up, because you want to, in a sense, awaken the spirit, basically, that's in the oil, and the spirit that you are, you know, using or calling upon, depending on whatever ritual you're doing, basically. And what I do is I'll take a few pours or whatever. I hope you guys can see that. Not that much. I might do 2 to 3 of them, basically. And I'll rub it between my hands like that. And the reason why I'm rubbing it is because I'm putting my energy into the oil. And while I am rubbing it, I'm also visualizing not visual, visualizing what it is that I want to manifest into my life. And so I'll rub it and make sure that my energy is good and that I can feel the heat real well between my hands. And after doing that, I will clap 3 times. And the reason why I clap 3 times is because I am awakening spirit. Not only am I awakening spirit within the oil that I've rubbed with my energy, but I am awakening spirit within the atmosphere as well. And so next, I will take my hands and I will rub it on the candle. And if it's something that I am attracting to myself, I make sure that I turn the candle, well, not turn it, but I point it towards me. And I make sure when I'm rubbing the oil in there, I'm rubbing it in, but I'm also visualizing what I want to manifest into my life. And I go up the candle and I draw it towards me. And the reason I do this is because I am attracting, what it is that I'm trying to manifest into my life. So that's a very important thing to do. I find that it works well with me. Also, if you are trying to, get rid of something or push away from something, you want to make sure that you rub in a downward motion because you're pushing it away from you. You don't want to rub up towards you because in a sense you are basically bringing it, to you. So you want to make sure that you rub downward on the candle, right? So being that, we are attracting something into our life, we want to rub it again, bring it towards us, basically. And you just want to make sure that you get the candle good and saturated. I know some of the rituals online ask for you only to do half of the candle with the oil. So if it's one of those and you have to do half, you just want to go halfway and just bring it up towards you. If it's down, same motion, downward, basically like that. And it's like once I do that, I go ahead and follow through with what it says online, where it says to light the candle, you say your psalm or you say your prayer, and that's basically it. But sometimes, I like to work with different herbs, basically, and I find that to be very helpful as well when I do my rituals. And one herb that I love to use as far as for attraction is catnip. And I'll see if you guys can see that or not. This is my camera. But basically, this is a good herb for attraction. And what I do is, let's say I am, I'm burning a candle or whatever. Is this going to stand up straight? She's not going to stand up. But basically, I will I'll take the catnip and I'll dress it around the candle, or sometimes I'll even dress it onto the candle. That works well. Also, if you are trying to do like a love spell in any kind of way, rose petals are good. So I got some dried rose petals. I like to use these if I don't have access to fresh flowers. Fresh flowers work very well as well, but these rose petals are pretty good. Another good thing to use is cinnamon. Cinnamon works good for attracting. Basil works good for attracting. I also purchased some cardamom. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but cardamom works good when you are trying to attract like lust into your life. I know that sounds kind of sexual, but basically like lust or sexual workings into your rituals. This works well as well with it, but I know that there's other uses for it. You just have to look it up online, and that's a good thing too as well. We get these oils and stuff, and we see that it has all the different, let me just get one for example. Like you see that it has all the different herbs in it and stuff. a good thing to do if you want to take it a step further as far as with your rituals is to look up the ingredients that are in the oils, and you can go to your metaphysical store and purchase those ingredients, yourself, and use those as far as like dressing your candle, or basically, dressing your petition, anything of the sort, anything that you want to use to enhance your work or enhance the ritual, always helps and always comes in handy. So yeah, I hope that this video was informational to you. Hopefully it wasn't too long, but I wanted to go ahead and just show you guys how I go about as far as doing my rituals and stuff. And if you have any suggestions as far as how you do yours, I would love to see them, because everyone has their own special way of doing things, and they all have their own special ways of having stuff to work for them. So I'm always open to hearing your thoughts, your opinions, your suggestions, anything basically. I love hearing from you guys. And so I just want to say thank you for coming to my channel, and I hope that you learned something through this video, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, evening, whatever time frame it is where you're at. Once again, thank you and bye.